Congratulations! Did you click on this video? Well, are you an Aries? Do you have an Aries rising or potentially an Aries moon? Now, you don't need to have an Aries sun sign in order to take away a message from this video. You could very well have heavy fire or heavy Aries placements in your birth chart, but you clicked on this video for a reason. We will be taking a look at Aries, and we'll be taking a look at 2022 theme for Aries. We'll be looking at transitioning into 2023, and then we'll be taking a look at 2023 as a whole for Aries based on current energies. So whenever you click on this video is most likely the energy that's in play for you. Now, if all the messages aren't resonating, that's perfectly fine. This is a general reading for, a wide array of people. So take the messages that stick and definitely leave the rest behind. So for Aries here, Spirit, can we get 2022 for Aries? What is the theme for 2022 for Aries? What has happened here with Aries for 2022? Just an overall theme here, clear and concise. Thank you very much, Spirit. So we do have the Three of Pentacles, we have the Six of Cups, and we do have Justice coming out here for you, Aries. Now, if this is the theme for 2022, I do see here that there's been a lot of work in building something. I do feel like there's been a lot of effort put in an area of your life that potentially you've been working on for quite some time. Three of Pentacles with the collaboration card could very well be work focus. Cups does speak of, the past, but I feel as though potentially you've been working on something for quite some time. Now, this could be employed at the same place for quite some time, or putting in effort around a project that you've been working on for quite some time. I do feel, because it is Cups, it is something close to your heart that you've been really trying to build something. And with Justice here, I do feel as though there was a desired outcome to invest in an area that was able to produce something for you. Okay, so I am feeling from Spirit that potentially you didn't get the just outcome that you were anticipating here for 2022. Now, we will get clarifiers here for Aries. We can get a clarifier here for the Three of Pentacles. Thank you, Spirit. We do have the Four of Swords. A clarifier for the Six of Cups. And we have the Seven of Swords. And we get a clarifier here for Justice. And we have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so straight away I'm seeing that you guys have had an area where potentially you've been putting in some effort or trying to take something off the ground. Maybe it involved other people, but I do feel as though there's been periods of time where it seemed like nothing was happening, or at least where you'd work on something and the results weren't showing, or at least there was nothing kind of coming from putting in the effort and the time. And I do feel as though you potentially feel like maybe the people you were working with maybe let you down. Maybe there were partnerships that were more self-serving to others. Maybe others got or benefited from your effort in 2022 than you did, the fruits of your labor. I do see here, looking at the past, maybe areas that you might have wanted to change or done different. Now, this is the second time I'm recording this video. Cards coming out here for Aries was about a partnership gone awry. I do see here with, the Seven of Swords being the card of deception, probably not the most positive card here in the tarot for sure. I do sense that there was some injustice done to you in 2022. Could very well be around business. Maybe someone lied. Maybe they lied, saying they had an ability to fulfill or do something that they weren't able to fully do. Now, I do see here with the Justice card coming out that there is justice owed to you. I do feel as though justice is coming. I don't know that 2022 fully has provided justice in the situation. In fact, I don't think it has. I do see here with the Nine of Pentacles being in reverse that you've been dependent on potentially an individual who wasn't able to carry their own weight around a project. You haven't really been able to see the fruits of your labor. And I just feel as though there's been kind of a period of pause because of the fact that you've had to deal with, you know, shady people when it comes to this. Not because we see Pentacles, Pentacles could very well be, again, around, you know, a job or an area where you're trying to build financial stability. But I do feel with the Cups being here, it is a part of your life that, you know, you're emotionally invested in. Okay, and because we are also seeing these earth sign here, could very well have Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn involved in maybe potentially some of this deception that we see here going on with the Seven of Swords. Okay, Swords speaks of mental thought, speaks of communication with the swords. But I do see with the Four of Swords, maybe there's been a period where you've stopped communicating with a partner, potentially a business partner. There's been some deception. There's been some trying to see what's gone wrong, maybe taking a look at the past. What went right, what went wrong. Okay, so that's what we're seeing here for the theme for 2022. Now, because this is coming up as a theme, I don't know if this is just fresh energy that you're kind of exiting, or if this has been, you know, just something that's really needing justice, or at least needing karma to take place because it's been unjust to you in 2022. But Spirit definitely wants to share this with you for the 2022 theme. Now, Spirit, let's take a look at transitioning into 2023. What do we have here for Aries? We have the Ten of Swords. And we have the Ace of Wands in reverse. And then we have the High Priestess. Okay, so what I'm really seeing here, I mean, the Ten of Swords speaks of a painful ending. But I guess the positive news here is that, you know, the worst is occurred. The ending has happened. So you guys might very well be transitioning into 2023 with a lot of pain from this experience. I do feel as though a lot of you guys are caught off guard. Potentially a lot of you guys have lost your inspiration or your drive in order to move forward in this project because you've been kind of let down, and maybe you put your trust in the wrong people. I feel here with the High Priestess that there's still some information that's yet to come out. There's still some justice, I think, that needs to happen here with what happened. Maybe there's some information that you are still trying to seek. You need closure around a situation. I do feel as though you feel stuck in wanting to move forward in this enterprise, or at least inspired to keep moving forward. Okay, so we'll get some clarifiers here. We can get a clarifier for the Ten of Swords for Aries. Got the Sun in reverse. Clarifier for the Ace of Wands in reverse. Now we got the Death card in reverse. And why is the High Priestess here? The Hierophant. With the Sun in reverse, I mean, the Sun is such a positive card. I love pulling the Sun. The Sun is the most positive card for me in the tarot when I pull it. And the fact that it is reversed just means delayed success. Potentially this is an enterprise that is bound to take off. It's just delayed because of this situation of what has happened. You see two people here in this depiction. So it could very well be a partnership, or you needing an investor or a partner in making this happen, and maybe potentially that is the holdup, or someone invested in this that maybe wasn't the right fit or the right partner. You see lots of sunflowers here, and sunflowers definitely represent fulfillment. And I do sense that, you know, there is a fulfillment due to you, coming to you, but that due to the actions of others, there is this delay. And I do feel that with the Death in reverse, that we're kind of fighting this transition. Potentially you want answers. I mean, there was this painful death of an ending of something. In order to go from this ending to a new beginning, you know, there needs to be an acceptance of a transition, maybe an acceptance of something that has happened, the acceptance of this transition, this death. But with it in reverse, I feel as though maybe potentially you're hanging on to, you know, maybe you want the justice. Maybe you're thinking about what it was that had happened that you're kind of still hanging on to. And I do feel with the Hierophant and the High Priestess here that there is more information that's going to come. And also what I'm getting from Spirit is that what you've learned in this experience will help you in order to help you for the next part of taking this off the ground. Okay. Now, because this is a transition from 2022 into 2023, I do feel as though you were kind of hoping that this would be resolved, or at least information would come to you by the time we rolled into 2023. And we will very well take a look at 2023 and see if this is. But I do feel like there are some loose ends when it comes to this. But in your mind, there's some loose ends. But really, what Spirit is saying is that this situation has come to an end, though as painful as it may be, and that there is some clear skies ahead. There is some contentment to be had. You know, if we focused on accepting this transition, you know, and as this piece of information, this hidden information comes out, we may understand why things kind of went the way they did. Okay, we'll take a look at 2023 theme for Aries. Thank you, Spirit. We have the Fool in reverse. Someone's a little more cautious now. Okay, and we have the Nine of Cups in reverse. I do see here the Nine of Wands in reverse as well. I feel as though you are quite cautious. You're not wanting to take the same risks as you might have in the past. You're not jumping into situations as you might have in the past. I do sense as though a lot of you guys might have lost your distaste for what this is. You know, with the Nine of Cups in reverse, it's really not getting what it is that you set out to want initially. But I do feel as though, you know, instead of fighting a transition here, potentially embracing what it is that may come of the situation. The Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior, you know, despite all the opposition and challenges one kind of fights through. And I do feel as though with this in reverse that potentially you drop whatever it is that you were kind of maybe fighting to gain here in this situation. You know, maybe this hidden information. We'll actually pull a clarifier here for some hidden information that might not be yet known to you. Any Spirit may or may not share here. Can we get a clarifier here with the High Priestess for this hidden information for Aries? Thank you. Well, what the World in reverse means to me is that there is still a need for closure. I mean, with the World upright, this is the final card in the Major Arcana, which is a closure, right? The graduation, the finishings, you know, could very well be like graduating from school or graduating from a project or a program. But with it in reverse, I feel as though there still is some closure that's required. There still is something that's kind of keeping you. Maybe you're invested in a project where you still have maybe your a financial piece of yourself kind of invested that you might not get back. And you might very well just have to walk away, you know, stop kind of defending yourself to try to get the closure that you need, even though this isn't the most ideal for you. I do feel as though this might be the most peaceful, but I do sense here with the Fool in reverse, it is someone who is, you know, not wanting to take a risk, not wanting to take that leap of faith, not looking to kind of jump in 2 feet first. And, you know, with that Ace of Wands in reverse, there is some hesitation here and moving forward in an enterprise. So let's get some clarity around the Fool in reverse. Thank you, Spirit. We have the Chariot in reverse. The same types of message there with the Nine of Cups. Can we get a clarifier? And we got the Hangman in reverse. It's a major arcana. And with the Nine of Wands, we got the Page of Cups in reverse. Okay, so I do sense here with the Chariot in reverse that maybe where you felt comfortable kind of balancing out and pulling through challenges and opposition, being able to, you know, use your willpower and maybe challenges to kind of pull forward. With it in reverse, I do sense from you guys, Aries, that there is no desire to move forward with this project in 2023. You have a new perspective here of what's important to you. And this, whatever this was, doesn't carry as much weight as it might have in the past. I do see that you have a new perspective in, you know, in this area. But with the Hangman in reverse, I feel like maybe a period of limbo, of waiting around, has now come to an end. That you've just accepted the fact that you might not get closure and that you might not get exactly what you set out to want from this whole enterprise. Now, I do feel as though, you know, with the Page of Cups in reverse, I mean, the cup speaks of emotional offering here. Pages come with communication. The Page of Cups specifically comes with an offering of an emotional fulfillment. With it in reverse, I feel as though you're not emotionally fulfilled as to what happened in the situation, that you never really get full closure as far as what could have happened or why this has happened or why the deceit happened, you know. So that's kind of what I'm seeing here for 2023. This might be still fresh in your mind and you're hoping to have some clarity around, you know, this this situation. But we will pull some clarity around the Seven of Swords here. We'll get some clarity around the Seven of Swords. And we have the Strength card. Now the Strength card could very well be speaking about being able to control a situation, or at least maybe an outcome of the situation where you were intending on having an outcome of X, but maybe the wool got pulled over your eyes or the rug got pulled out from under you. I just feel as though, you know, you might have been wanting to control a situation in such a way that kind of went in the favor of someone else. Now, I don't really know necessarily that this is someone trying to be deceitful, more so as being self-fulfilling in this area. So if that, you know, helps kind of resolve some of that. And I do feel as though with the Justice that there still is some justice to be had. I don't foresee you needing that justice so much in 2023. I see you kind of letting go of the situation. Now let's get a clarifier here for the Justice to see if the situation does get balanced out. And we have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Now I do see that this is a situation that you're able to come out of a bad spot and start to turn things for the better, especially when it comes to finances. I do feel like for a lot of you guys, maybe you invested in an area financially that didn't pay out, or that maybe you thought was one thing and turned out to be something else. There was an ending of this, you know, of this desire to have an outcome that didn't quite happen. And I do feel as though for 2023, priorities are now shifting somewhere else. Whatever emotionally fulfilled you might not be so emotionally fulfilling anymore. And the focus seems to shift away from this project or this situation into an area that is a little more in line with what you're looking to do for 2023. Now we'll pull 3 cards here for 2023. Spirit, despite the situation, can we see 2023 for Aries outside of this specific situation? What can Aries expect here for 2023? Thank you. We have the Queen of Swords in reverse. We've got Justice. And we do have the 2 of Pentacles. So here's Justice coming out again. So there is justice to be served here for whoever, you know, caused unjust situations to you. I do feel here with the Queen of Swords, potentially some communication that's supposed to happen might not happen. And the universe is just letting you know that justice does happen, regardless if you hear from this person or hear further about the situation, which I don't see here that you will be hearing about it, but I do sense that there is some justice to be had. And yeah, I just feel like it catches up to them. This situation kind of catches up to them. But I mean, we did ask Spirit for, you know, something outside of the situation, but looks like Spirit kind of wanted to solidify again what the outcome of this situation is. So we're not getting much more for 2023, but this is what I see here for Aries. So hopefully that resonated for the bulk of you guys. Like I said, if you have heavy Aries placement, this could very well be your reading. If you're looking at this outside of 2022-2023 window, it could very well be your time to listen to this message. Leave a comment, leave a like if you like this. Thank you so much. See you again. Bye.